Greetings, Earthlings. I hope you're doing well. It's not so sunny where I am, but I hope you're enjoying the weather, whatever it may be. Have you paid attention to the weather recently? Or I guess within the last year, have you looked at what's going on around the world? So I came on here to talk about that and other things. We just gonna chat a little bit. Because it has been a while, and if you're aware, if you're awake, if your eyes are open, then you see all of the shit that I was speaking about over the last since COVID and even before. It's unfolding. Have you looked at your grocery store shelves? Remember how I was telling you to stock up? Have you started doing that yet? You know, we have approached that time of year where everybody is running to the polls because they think that shit is making a difference. Yo, I'm here to tell you, I'm speaking to black people. Dear my black people, any day now, you can go ahead and come out of your slumber. People talk about how you don't exercise your power and all of this shit if you don't run to the polls. Black people, let me tell you how powerful we would show them that we are if we didn't participate in that bullshit. Yes, I cuss. If you don't want the kids to hear this, you know, some people, oh, she's a woman, she's a lady. Okay, I'm a lady that cusses. So get ready for it. But that's why I love Jennifer Lewis, because she don't give a doggone. She gonna say what she gotta say, but she don't get that same kind of flack because she's a celebrity. Y'all following all these celebrities to the polls, their pockets are already lined and they still going through it. Even the ones that vote. Kanye, I'm sure he doesn't buy, or maybe he does buy into it because he's talking about running for president, but he could be messing with us. You know, Kanye, he funny like that. He loves to pull the strings because he knows what the hell is going on. And now look what they did to him. Y'all know they like to take your toys away when you start telling on them. And if you start going too deep and giving all the secrets, then you gonna come up missing. You gonna have this miraculous accident. But yes, I'm speaking to black people. Y'all, it is a new day. We are in the age of Aquarius. Look it up. It's time to think differently. Use this that you have, that you've been given. We are the original man. It's time for other races to stop living off of our hard work. You need to recognize that. Live in your power. Stop letting people convince you that if you go and cast some damn ballot, that then you matter. Look at what's going on around you to us. Look at what's happening. That shit ain't working. The hood is still the hood. One of my people that I follow, we actually have a real good rapport. Never met her, but she posted, what's up, Sonny? She posted something about how the hood is still the hood. We run into the polls and look at what has changed in your neighborhood. What has changed in your grandma's neighborhood? I'm thinking about my grandmother, God bless her. Thinking about the neighborhood that I was raised in with her. That shit still looked the same. And I'm sure it looked worse than what it does now when she first got there. And she was running to the polls as much as she could. A lot of our grandmothers were. That's okay. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. But nobody want to listen to me. She crazy. She a conspiracy theorist. Oh, what is Tamasha talking about? That was said to me. What is she talking about now? I'm talking about you. Learning who you are. Getting in your power. Black women, we control this shit. We control this. Yes, I said it. And so before all of you egotistical men start jumping on my back, don't hear what I'm not saying. What I am saying is we, black women, were the original man on this planet. We birthed humanity. We have the ability to get in our man's ear and tell him what our wishes are, and he gonna make that shit happen. That's what I'm talking about. When we're looking at what's going on with our food, with the water, have you paid attention to all of these Camp Lejeune water crisis? What are they called? Like class action suits? This shit is just the beginning. Have you ever heard of the Dark Ages? You know how long that lasted? So why is it now you don't believe that it's possible again? Everything comes full circle. Everything. And it's not on my time, on your time. It's on creation's time. The reason why things have not unfolded like that yet is because we are slowly waking up. And it took that stupid ass so-called plandemic for it to happen. More of us are going inward. More of us are questioning what we're reading in these religious texts. More of us are questioning our professors and our doctors. We have to stop being afraid to do that. People are so afraid for Kanye. Kanye know what the hell is going on in that industry. People are so in a hurry to go and get into that entertainment industry so you can get behind closed doors, and they give you an ultimatum. Bend over the couch or get to stepping. It's that simple. Just because some of these people hold these higher places, these higher platforms in the world, that don't mean that they're all awake. Some of them telling you to go and get the death shot. Some of them doing all these infomercials telling you, go and vote for this motherfucker who don't give a shit about you, because your vote's gonna make a difference. Yeah, right. Live in your power. If we really all came together and decided to not support their stores, to not support this system, and build up our own like we know how to do because it's in our DNA, then they would see, and they're seeing it. These people don't sleep trying to keep us asleep. Imagine that. They don't sleep trying to keep you asleep. So pay attention. Start growing your own food. Have you looked at the grocery store shelves? I know it's not just in my neighborhood. I know it's not. Why do you think the ports are being closed? All of these food factories and food plants and shit getting burnt down. Shit mysteriously happening to them. It's all by design. While y'all sitting around waiting on Sky Daddy to come back, you're getting bamboozled. Wake up. Start eating right. Dr. Sebi tried to teach us how to eat what was meant for our bodies to withstand. And when I say our, I'm talking about black people, melanated people, African people. That's who I'm talking about. That is who will make the difference in this world. I can't think of the girl name. I think it was Janelle Monáe. Did that movie called Antebellum or something like that. She was trying to tell y'all that slavery is over. And I know some of you are like, oh, you better not talk about massa like that. You better go run to them poles. What's wrong with you? That child, that's the devil in her. She's been taken over by the devil. We gonna pray for her. Thank you. I need all the good prayers I can get. Even though some of y'all are praying for my downfall, you're not gonna win because I'm more powerful than you. You know, what do they say? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yeah, I'll give you one of your own. So I just wanted to come on here and because I haven't done this in a while, just to see if you're noticing that the shit is unfolding. Did you see what the heat was like this past summer? It was so bad, even I felt like I couldn't stand it on some of them days after a while. That's because the ozone layer is being removed. People who are not melanated, they're getting ready to drop. Do you know in the next 10 years, 80% of the people that are on this planet will not be here? This is going to happen. 80% of the inauthentic, inorganic, hybridized, non-melanated people will not be here. Start in your kitchen. Change the foods that you are eating. Mothers, black mothers, feed your children right. Stop being lazy. Think about what your great-grandmothers did every day. They cooked meal after meal after meal, several meals a day. They woke up cooking, they went to bed cleaning up after cooking. And y'all were in there knocked out full. Every meal you had something to eat, and it wasn't being bought from the store. It wasn't in a package. They rolled the dough out to make the biscuits. They kneaded the dough to make the bread. Learn how to do these things, because you're not going to have your packaged foods soon. This is happening. Call me crazy if you want. You will think about this when that day comes. I guarantee you, you're going to say, Tamasha said that was going to happen, because it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I remember saying in a video years ago that I was going to lose a lot of people around me because I use my psychic abilities and I see things. Sometimes it'll come in a word, and sometimes it's literally a picture. And there are going to be some people that are starving. Famine is on the way. It's time now to start stocking up. I told you this 2 years ago. I told somebody to prepare for like 3 months. At the time, I didn't know really what to expect. She's like, damn, 3 months? How about 3 years? How about 30 years? The power is going out. We're going off grid. All of these people that are out there doing videos about living off the grid, they know what's up. So they're building bunkers, the ones that got the money, Bezos and all these people talk about going to Mars and all of that. They trying to get the hell up out of here. Wherever they go, they trying to get out of here, underground bunkers and all of this shit. It's not, they know what they're doing, and they're doing it while you're asleep. Wake up, it's time. Exercise your power to not vote. Black people, and see what happens. Exercise your power to not buy into their systems. Use your own power. Create your own world. You can do it. You have talent. You're creative. Use it. Live in your purpose. Stop feeding your family all the bullshit food. That was the main thing I wanted to say before this gets cut off, but I just think about how many of us have been brainwashed to believe that certain foods that are deemed healthy are healthy. They're not. No, you may not eat rice today and you get sick tomorrow, although some people do. But over time, rice, white rice, brown rice, all of that shit is poisonous. White rice has cyanide in it. It may not be a massive amount in it. Look it up. Do your research. This is exactly what Dr. Sebi used his time and energy and money for. He went to school to become a bioengineer. He was some sort of engineer. I don't know if it's bio. I feel like that's bio is not wrong. Is not right. But he was an engineer, and he chose to use that education to go further because he was tired of being sick. He woke up and he started doing his body better. I started out sitting out here drinking tea. My tea probably cold. My tea is probably cold now. No, it's not too bad. But I don't want to get sidetracked. Yes, live in your power. To the starseeds, to those of you that are awake, those of you that feel like you're alone, you're not. If you got to stand alone, stand alone. I was speaking about the girl who did the movie Antebellum. There's another movie out because she probably felt like she had to recreate it again. They're trying to send you a message. It's a movie with Keke Palmer with a fly-ass afro on the cover. It's called Alice. She's in that movie with Common. It's about slavery. Watch that movie. It's trying to tell you you're not a slave anymore. There's a lot of symbolism, but you get what I'm saying. Think about the movie Antebellum. I know a lot of you have seen that already. They thought they were slaves, and then somebody stumbled up on a damn cell phone. And you're like, huh? Imagine that. Imagine knowing that you're not a slave anymore and you've been lied to and living your life in bondage. If you're buying into these systems and eating this nasty ass food that they call nourishment, you're buying into it. Stop being lazy. You're gonna have to stop being lazy. You know who's gonna strive when shit go down? Homeless people. People who are used to living without. People who know how to make shelter outside. People who know how to forage for food. These are the people that are gonna thrive when the power goes out. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna lay in your bed with your thumb in your mouth and saying, oh, why didn't they tell us? How could they do this to us? I'm telling you. I trust me. I know my power. I love my intuition. Yes, I am psychic. No, I cannot give you the winning lottery numbers, dumbass. That's up for you to use your own psychic ability to figure that shit out. People think when they hear psychic, they say, okay, walk on water. Even Jesus didn't walk on water in a snap of a damn. If he walked on water, were you there? And his name was Yeshua, not Jesus. So it's like I can't go back in that story anymore. If you still allowed yourself to be bamboozled by this religious text, you're gonna be the one to suffer. It's bigger than that. Yeah, something's coming, but it's not gonna be a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair and a cape to save you. That's not what's happening. So get in the kitchen, black women, start feeding your family the proper nourishment that is intended for them. Do your research, start cooking, and tell your man what you desire. He'll listen. A lot of men look to you for nourishment anyway. We are the nourishers of this planet. We are the originators, black women. Don't forget that. Don't let them lie to you. They can't prove me wrong. They cannot prove me wrong. I don't care what anybody say. So I love you. I hope you got something out of this. Start doing your research. Start stocking up. Start growing your food. Get off of that meat and cheese and dairy and all of that shit is keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you sick. It's time. I love you. We'll talk soon.